What's going on, everybody? And we are live with episode 45 of Viewing Out Loud podcast. First and foremost, if you're new here, please like, please share, and subscribe. I'm Jason HD, aka Two Wave Jason. And who am I with today?
F Money and Money for short. How's everybody doing today?
How's everybody doing indeed? How are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm great, man. You know, I'm about to tell everybody the story about this shirt, in a little bit.
All right. Money is sporting a very nifty Dragon Ball Z shirt. He's going to tell us how he
Yeah.
obtained. And talking about that, it's about one of our topics today. We're going to talk about the Dream Asian Festival, which was held in Tampa this year. We're going to be talking about obviously the NFL offseason. There's a lot of moves going on, some big names that's worth mentioning. And obviously, we're going to end with some NBA buzz. And we're trying to shift it to where we're ending with what's going on, which is basketball. I think we are a month away from the playoffs or so.
About.
Yeah, getting about there. So, without further ado, I think I said this already, but if you're new here, please like, please share, subscribe. But our first topic, the Asian Dream Festival. Money attended it. He's going to tell us about his experience, and I got a couple questions to follow up with him.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk about the Dream Asian Festival. Um, I gotta tell y'all what happened, right? So I was about to go to the Strawberry Festival, and the wife is like, "No, I don't want to go to the Strawberry Festival. I want to go to the Dream Asian Festival." And I'm like, "What's that? I never heard of it and everything." And after doing some research, I learned a little bit about it. So it's actually a traveling festival in the U.S. that has Asian foods and culture. The first Dream Asian Festival was very recent. To be honest, it happened February 14th through 16th in 2025 in Las Vegas. Which I'm like, wow, this is recent because I know there's been Asian markets and stuff like that, but the Dream Asian Festival is really new. It was co-founded by Tony Gia. I probably said his name wrong. He's an entrepreneur and a festival, organizer. And it came from his love of Asian food and his passion of Asian culture and community. So I'll say there was a lot of food that we had. I would talk about all the foods. And I have a cup. The wife and I got a cup that we also had. This is a pretty big cup, bro.
I like one of them cups you get from Disney. But like Annie was saying, the events like the Dream Asian Festival shows us how Asian culture has really began to take over the U.S. mainstream between anime, K-pop, Asian street food, fashion. It's no longer a niche; it's going global. And like Money just touched upon, the food festival might be the most underrated event right now. People literally drop hours just to try new foods. And also, cities are starting to compete against each other with different events because the festivals bring tourism, business, and attention to their city. So, what were
I
some of your
truly
favorite
agree.
foods you tried?
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull them all up, bro. They're on my phone about all the foods. I probably have to. We'll probably make a little video when I send them, and we post some of the pictures of the food and stuff in the next video, like the little video we do with this.
Don't
I
hold your
had
phone up to the screen because I feel like that's what you're about to do. Do not.
no, no, no. I'm not. Okay, we had a thing that was like fruit on a stick, right? So think of a stick, right? And you have strawberry, berry, grapes, that type of thing. But it was in the candy apple, the coating. It was in that candy apple coating, and it was $12 a pop. I would just be honest. If I knew how it was gonna taste like the candy apple stuff, I would have just I would have just had got one. But it was different. It was interesting. And so then we tried, those little white little buns?
Hmm.
We had that and we got the beef inside. And I would say the wife, she 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 was iffy about it. She's like, I don't know how I feel about it. But I was like, I think it was pretty good to me, man. It was different. It was hot. You could tell that they prepared it right away. It was real hot and everything. They had it, the sauces and everything, and I
It's
really
it's like
enjoyed it.
a fair theme, right? Not fair theme, but
Yeah.
fair style, where it's like a
Yes.
campground and you walk around. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
For the record, if I'm at some event like that and the food's not hot and fresh, I'm gonna have an attitude. So, so I hope your food was hot and fresh.
Yes. Yes. And then we had a Korean hot dog. What do you think about when I
Now,
say Korean hot dog?
I think I've seen so many different pictures of it. It's like a corn dog and it got like lumps on it. It's supposed to be like potatoes. Now, before you tell us what you thought about it, before myself even trying them, I always saw it and I'm like, that looks like one of those hype things. Like, oh, everyone hypes up, but they're not that great. So give us your opinion of it.
My opinion of it is it was pretty good. It was different.
Really, you like?
Yes, yes. There was like there was like 4 or 5 different types you can try. Uh, if you added a potato in, it was like $5 more. But the wife and I, we
Damn.
got the mozzarella. We got the mozzarella one where it had mozzarella in the inside and outside, and you bit into it. It was kind of like a cheese stick,
Mm.
a big cheese stick. And she ate half of it. I had the other half. So I'll say it was really different and unique. And I'll say I would try it again because it had a sauce with it.
Okay.
Okay. And then uh and then we go to the shirts. I'm gonna stand up so everybody can see the shirt. This is a DBZ shirt. This is Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan 2.
DBZ is
No,
Dragon
no,
Ball
that's
Z
that.
for anyone who
Yeah,
doesn't watch
no, Super Saiyan
cartoons.
Goku, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and Super Saiyan 4, which is I'm gonna say it's the new Super Saiyan 4. The the maker of Dragon Ball Z, Toriyama, made a series called Dragon Ball Daima, and that's when he recreated Super Saiyan 4 in his own image. Like everybody thinks of Super Saiyan 4, you think of what? GT, don't you? Well, they redid it and they made it with the red hair, and I'm like, how would they redo it? But that's kind of a little bit off topic. Another shirt, because they have plenty of shirts. Another shirt I got, the Dragon Ball Z one has red on the back, but I got my niece this one, a Stitch shirt.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch. I actually like that. I'm big on colors. That's dope. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, the DBZ one, I show the back. You see, it shows red on it. What? What's so funny?
You can't say you're gonna show us the back of the shirt. And you show us your hip. Like,
Oh shoot! Hold on. It
you
shows
just
back
showed
of
us
it.
the side. You
You
have
see
to
the
turn
back
all
of
the
it.
way around.
You see the
All
back
right,
of it,
there you
right,
go.
bro? Okay.
Yes, we see it now. I can't make this up, yo. Oh my goodness.
All right, but that was
So you only
another
got the
thing.
one shirt though?
No, I got two. I gave the other one to Ron.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I got the Stitch shirt for the niece, and then this one, and then I gave the other one to Ron. And they had a fire Majin Buu when I thought about getting, bro.
See, I'm a hoodie guy. If I would have had a hoodie, I'd have been sold on it. I would like, oh, okay, bet. You got my size? Bet.
Being real, they probably could have made you a hoodie. Like they had different like little jumpsuit things, but they didn't really have too many hoodies. I'll say, and then they had a little concert where they were like acting out, portraying a play, and it was really cool. It was unique and everything. I'm like, man, this is different. With the also the drink, we got the wife and I got non-alcoholic smoothie. You get it
A
fills it up.
mocktail.
Yeah, it's this was like $15 for the smoothie. They make we got all three mixed. It's usually one, but we were like, hey, give us all three. And they
Okay.
gave us these
It was
gigantic
good.
straws. Yeah, I liked it. And then they had parrots, bro. They had parrots there. And
Like the
guess what?
bird parrots?
Yes, they had parrots. And
Okay.
I tried to get one, bro. I thought about getting one out there.
Then you just come home like, all right, y'all, this is my pet parrot. Oh man. All right.
They had a price range,
All in all,
bro.
would you go again?
Yes. Oh, by the way, with the parrot, they had a price range from 20 to 30,000. $20 to 30,000.
$30,000 for a parrot?
Yes.
Okay. So a parrot called camera. Nice. All right. Didn't know that. Jesus Christmas.
Yeah, then we had a few more things. We had a little goldfish looking thing, and it was a big one. It was a goldfish looking thing, and it was like a s'more. It had Oreos though, and it had marshmallows, and then we got a pancake that was like a shrimp pancake, which
Okay.
was pretty different. But would I go again? Yes, because it highlighted the Asian culture. It had like different things for the family. It had different activities, different type of foods. They had ribs. They had hibachi style, all types of stuff. I tried to stay really away from the hibachi style. I'm like, I eat hibachi anywhere. I try to go
Right.
with the unique stuff. Besides the drink,
No,
bro.
smart.
The lemonade was a little expensive there. It was like $7 to $10. And then they had this big old gummy bear looking drink. That junk was $30. I asked the dude, I was like, how much that cost? He's like $30. I was like, thanks, and I left. I said, forget that.
Just thanks, and I walked away. Like, all right.
Yeah. But I would go again. It was real
Hey.
interesting. Yeah.
Tell you, thank you for your time.
No, it was a guy in line. It was a guy in line who just got his drink, and I was like, yo, how much it costs? It's
Okay.
like, you talking to random strangers? I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm trying to figure out how much the junk costs. If I wait in this long behind line and get up there and don't know what's going on.
All right. So my next question to you is, if you could attend any cultural festival in the world, what would it be?
I'd like to go to a Jamaican one, bro. Get some of that jerk chicken, bro.
I mean, what was it called? I'm saying, like, you got all these different ones, like Oktoberfest in Germany. I know mine would be like Carnival in Brazil. I think that would be fun to go to.
Well, based off the ones I know, I have to go to the Dream Asian Festival again. But if they have a Jamaican one, I'm open to go to that one because I like me some jerk chicken, bro.
Anything else you want to add with the Dream Asian Festival?
I would say it goes to different states. So if it ever comes near you, you got to go and try it out, bro.
For sure. I will look into it.
Did we talk about the cost
All
and
right.
everything, or nah?
Huh?
Did we talk about the cost? And
Oh yeah.
everything, or
How much would you say a person should bring if they want to truly experience it and have a good time? How much do you think they have?
It's just when you say bring, is this before you get in or after you get in? How much should you have?
After. Like, how
I'll
much
say-
was to get in?
Okay, it was $22 to get in per ticket and about 15
Okay.
for parking. So I'll say have about 150 because then you'll have around 100 and something after everything, and you'll be able to get a good amount of food and everything that you would like.
So
That's what I was
$100 is good enough to really have a good experience.
Yeah, as long as you ain't buying
Okay.
T-shirts out there.
Did that include your souvenirs?
No, the T-shirts were either. It depends on what vendor you went to. I got the Stitch one and mine. It was like $50 for both of them. It would have been 30 for one, 50 for two. I'll say the other DBZ shirt I got was about 25. So and then the
So
food
about
is about
$200
15.
to really get you a souvenir, try all the foods, and to get in
Yeah.
the parking and tickets, etc. Okay, That's not
You'll be
terrible.
good with
Sounds about
100.
right.
You'll be good with 100 though, if you get to try all the foods and stuff. If you,
But if
it
somebody want
depends
to
on
get a
what you care
souvenir,
about.
though,
Yeah, about 125, 200, somewhere around there. So you can get everything you want. That's
All
about how
right.
much I spent.
Well, I'll definitely be on the lookout for it. See if we get anything like that.
Yeah.
You ready to talk about this NFL off season?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Hold on. Let me set up everything for it. We're about to
Yeah, you
move
should have
on,
been do
y'all.
that, bro. You slacking. So the NFL offseason, ladies and gentlemen, has officially started. Some side notes that have taken place. Jerry Sneed has been released 2 years after being traded to the Titans. His first year, he got hurt for the whole season. He played, I think, one game. He was out the whole year. Second year, he missed time with injuries as well. He just never really lived up to the contract they gave him. So in order to create cap space, they let him walk. Michael Pittman Jr. was traded to Pittsburgh after the Indianapolis Colts re-signed Alec Pierce to a very large contract. I want to say upwards of 100 million, and he's making 30 million a year, which is more than a bunch of prominent names. So he's getting paid as the number one, which means Michael Pittman can no longer be the number one receiver. Is Alec Pierce the number one receiver? I say absolutely not. But
I'm with you.
he's getting that money now, so now he has to put up or shut up.
The Colts spent a lot of money, bro. They also paid
Yeah.
Daniel Jones too. He got
They
about
paid
50
Gabe
million a season.
Jones, who's coming off an ACL injury. I mean, excuse me, Achilles injury.
So
Another notable one was Brian Thomas Jr., who I thought might get moved because he seemed like he was slowly falling out of favor with the team, and he didn't play well last year. Simply,
yeah.
he did not play well. So I thought he was a potential candidate to get moved, and he did not. So, and Jags have no intentions on moving him.
Hey
So
Jay,
that
it's
was
still the draft. It's still the draft. They can move in during the draft.
I mean, you're right. They could move during the draft, but they said they have no interest in moving him.
Let me give you this analogy. Okay? If I keep saying, hey Jay, I'm gonna move on. Hey Jay, I'm gonna move on. And then I deny it. Do you think I'm gonna move on? Or do you think I'm staying, bro?
They didn't say they were going to move off of him. These are all
But
rumors.
it's
The
been
only public
rumors.
statement they made was they plan on keeping him.
It's been rumors, but
And
it's like I just don't know,
he
bro.
is a
It's
first round pick going to year 3. I wouldn't move off him either, but I would have a conversation with him like, hey, we need to see some consistency.
yeah, I wouldn't move off of him because I think he has amazing talent, but it's like it's the first time they really shut down the rumors. They let everything keep going through until just now, type of thing.
All right, so now the big Bambino, the final, the players signed this offseason. And before we even get into these names, I would like to personally tell Money congratulations and myself congratulations. Because a lot of these we called it. We hit it around the head. A lot of these places we called. I called Tariq Woolen would not be with Seattle next season. During the Super Bowl, immediately the Super Bowl, he was released. So
And where did he sign,
Money
Jay?
called Tua to Atlanta, huh?
Where did he go?
He signed with
Yep.
So he signed with Philly. Money called Tua to Atlanta. They're expected to compete for the job, him and Penix, but Penix is still recovering from his knee injury, so I don't think it's a competition currently. Kenneth Walker was the big name. Super Bowl MVP, signs with the Kansas City Chiefs, gives them the much needed running back they need.
Who called it?
You called it.
I told you.
We'll get Jeremiah Love, but Jeremiah Love performed exceptional at the combine to the point a lot of people believe it boosted his draft stock, and a lot of people believe he will not be there at 9 for Kansas City, which is why they pivoted to Kenneth Walker. Would I rather have Jeremiah Love than Kenneth Walker? Yes, because Kenneth Walker isn't a receiving back as much as Kansas City like to throw their running backs. We've seen them at their peak with Jerick McKinnon when he was leading the league in receptions as running back. They like to throw their backs if they are capable of it. Now, Kenneth Walker may be capable of it. He just maybe never got the opportunities. But we know Jeremiah Love has proven it. But like I said, I don't think he'll be there at 9. Now, I will say, slight tangent, but if he is sitting there at 9 and you're Kansas City, aren't you just kicking yourself?
No.
No?
No, because
So you'll still be happy with your decision?
no, because You need secondary help more than anything now because you just traded your cornerback.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. Yeah, they definitely traded their best corner. That was another guy. That was a trade I missed. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we
Trey
talked about
McDuffie
last
was
week.
traded to the Los Angeles Rams. Um, he's a top 5 outside corner, the best slot corner in the league. But Kansas City has a thing with guys being slots. They ain't want to play Tyreek Hill #1 money because they see he's a slot receiver. Slot receivers historically don't get #1 money until Tyreek Hill got it. And then McDuffie. And another thing, dude, they're very confident in their secondary. They believe they can develop corners, which they have a history of it from Marcus Peters. We've been through this already. So next on that list, Kyler Murray to the Vikings. He is expected to compete with J.J. McCarthy for the starting job, but let's be quite transparent here. There is no competition if J.J. McCarthy is involved. Kyler Murray will be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. How do you feel about that one?
I'm gonna say this: if you have problems throwing it to your top receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., you better throw that thing to JJ because you're gonna get boy. He's gonna let you know on the sideline.
The thing that don't make sense, bro, is when he had D Hop, he threw Nuke the ball.
Yeah.
He threw Nuke the ball. I don't know why he felt I'm not going to throw Harrison the ball. So, I mean, we're going to see, man. I know Harrison, they have to feature him, bro. I know Michael Wilson had a breakout year towards the end of the season, especially when Harrison was dealing with all those injuries. But a healthy Marvin Harrison, you got to feature him. You took this guy 4th overall. I think he is the best receiver in that draft, but it's not looking like it right now. He has to really pop in year 3.
Let me ask you this. I think it's something behind the scenes that was going on between them two. That's what I think was happening because
I mean, it's hard to tell. I wouldn't. It's no way of us knowing unless we're actually there or we know somebody on the team. So that's hard.
I'm just saying, Jay, because this man would be open and he still wasn't throwing the ball.
He would not.
That's the only thing I could think of.
So we shall see. I mean, I'm still a Marvin Harrison believer. There's something about the Ohio State receivers that got me and Money salivating. I was all over Marvin Harrison coming out, and Money's all over Jeremiah Smith when he comes out next year. So next we have Bradley Chubb went to the Bills. What do you think of that one?
The only problem I had with Chubb was what we gave up for him and him finishing plays. If he can finish plays, he'll be a nasty pass rusher. But
I think the Bills have an infatuation with these old pass rushers.
Yes.
Like you brought in the old Von Miller and expecting him to be young Von Miller. You brought in the old Bradley Chubb expecting him to be young Bradley Chubb. Go get you a top bookend edge rusher in the draft. Trade up to 10. Another old edge rusher. I know they just need to go draft him one. Draft a kid. They got Greg Russo. I think he's pretty good, but he's still kind of. I think because I believe he should be a top 10 defensive end. I don't think he's there yet. I think he's close to it, outside looking in, but he's not quite there yet.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And they recently gave him a contract extension.
Yeah, and they bring in Bradley Chubb and they pay him big money. He got about $20 million a season.
That's wild. Romeo
he didn't
Dobbs
do much.
Pass. No, he didn't. What do you think of Romeo Dobbs' pass?
Remember what we said about Packers wide receivers. It seems like they're more number 2s than number 1s. Romeo Dobbs, I think, should be the fit in the system because he doesn't demand the ball, but he will get open, and that seems like the Patriots' way. Hey, we don't want to feature one guy, but we want to spread it around.
I have been a fan on Romeo Dobbs since the beginning. It's documented on our channel. Money can vouch for me. He was my favorite of the bunch. I think he is honestly one of the most underrated route runners in the NFL. I think his route running ability doesn't get talked about enough. He is a legit potential star. I think this could be his breakout year. I'm calling it now. I think Romeo is going to shock the world next season.
And Kendra Barnes, what was his name? The one Barner or whatever, the receiver who was getting open all the time. I don't think he's coming back. So yeah, Dobbs might have to be the feature number one because besides the tight end, who else are you going to throw it to? You release Diggs.
Yeah, you because a lot of people believe because there's his legal stuff going on. So that was unfortunate, but it is what it is.
So that's what I think. I'm gonna say. I also have. We have to talk about this one, bro, and then we'll talk about another big move. How did you feel about the Ravens and the Raiders trade? One of the best pass involving one of the best pass rushers. What's your thoughts on that? Hello? Yo, Jay, everything good? With Crosby? Hey, Jay, you good? I'll say right now we've been having technical difficulties, so we'll see what happens with this part. Jay, he should be rebooting and everything, and we'll be able to talk about everything. But I'll say there's been a lot of big moves regarding the NFL and everything, and we will see. Everything good?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it off. Hey, y'all, we're back.
Had some technical issues. I apologize for that, bro. You ain't mute your mic. You just heard you grumble in the background, bro.
Bruh, I left. They didn't hear nothing.
I heard
right.
everything.
Really?
Yes. What
Oh,
who we talking about? Romeo Dobbs still?
yeah, we talked about Romeo
Yeah.
Dobbs, and then I was asking you what you thought about the Ravens Raiders trade for Cosby.
Yeah, that was next on my list actually. So the Ravens traded for Max Crosby and for 2 first-round picks, something that they've never done before is trade their first-round picks. And supposedly the Ravens are saying that their plan was to sign both of them. But the thing is, if you want both of them, you could have got both of them because you had one already. All you had to do was try to convince Trey Hendricks to take a little less money, or even though he would work, put on the credit card, as they say. So this is real reporting money. Max Crosby and his family was in the building in Baltimore while the Ravens were attempting to sign Trey Hendrickson. There's a quote that says, "I can tell you that the Ravens spoke to Trey Hendrickson yesterday while Max Crosby was literally in the building." So that tells you that they were aware that something was going on. Max Crosby was there, not knowing it was a dead man walking. This was not going to be his team, and that's a problem here. What do you think of this fiasco?
It looks goofy. You should have known what you should have known if you wanted to make that trade or not. And it gives the NFL the black eye because it's like, this guy and the Raiders and Ravens fans were excited. Oh yeah, and the Raiders, could you imagine they're thinking about what they're gonna do with the 2 firsts and everything, and now they signed all these players. Now what they're gonna do because they signed all these players.
With the expectation to have 30 million available.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair to the listeners at home, to be very clear, technically the Raiders did nothing illegal. They had a handshake agreement, nothing was inked, nothing was signed, and they backed out of it. And as Money like to say, like he said, it's a bad look to the Baltimore Ravens organization because it's like that's not how you do business. You agree to the terms, we'll all through with the terms, but they realized, I think they got cold feet and they had second thoughts on trading the first round picks. I think the more we kept about they never traded the first round pick, the more it started to get to the owner and the GM's mind, and they're like, you know what, let's undo this. So I think they tried to back out of it, and that's what happened. But yeah, it's not how you conduct business, and I think it'll be hard for them to do business going forward with teams. I think this will trade with them unless he used to be a part of that organization. If we see a player traded by Baltimore or traded to Baltimore in the coming months, I guarantee you somebody on that other team staff was at one point a part of Baltimore, or they have some type of relationship with them. because no one's going to do business with you if you're doing stuff like that.
The
And
Raiders,
this isn't their
though,
first time backing out of a deal.
their trading with the Raiders is probably done.
Yeah, it's done. It's not happening now. So now, as the Raiders, you got to find a trade partner. Right?
You're going to get pennies on
But
the dollar
rumors
now.
are circulating, huh?
You're going to get pennies on the dollar now because they know you have to trade them because you got no cap space.
The rumors circulating is they have no intentions on trading them and they're going to keep them on their team. Now you're going into the salary cap hell.
What's up, Jay? How's it going, man?
What's going on, Jay? But now you're going to find yourself in salary cap hell because you didn't move Crosby the way you planned on.
Yeah.
I would have liked him in Carolina before, to be transparent. We overpaid for Jalen Phillips.
Yep.
So
yeah, you did. What would you do if you're the Raiders?
Man.
Put on your GM hat and get a Raiders GM.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, it's me. I saw New England needed a masher. I was wondering. No, we don't want the 2 first. We understand you won't match that. I think it's fair that you give me something because you have a late first round pick, which is essentially a second round pick. So maybe we can do a first and 2 seconds and maybe a player, and we could throw in some cash or a copier machine. We have a taco stand outside. We can send him up to New England. Yeah, think about it. Just think about it. Think about it and call me back. All right. Goodbye.
But remember that list, though,
that's your best suitor.
Jay, remember that list we showed? The Raiders had what the most cap space, so they should still be able to absorb his contract. But you traded him.
He don't on having to absorb his contract.
AJ, you traded him, so that show you don't want to be there. You show you don't want him to be there.
Yeah, you traded me. To be fair, I think he did request a trade. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he did request a trade. So I think it's a little different when the team just trades you and you watch the Sports Center, you see your name pop up, opposed to, hey, I don't want to be here.
I'm gonna be honest.
And it's a year and a half of him being disgruntled because when they moved off Tay Adams, it was like he was upset about that and he made a fuss. And now they're not making any winning moves and they had a bad year last year, ending up getting the number 1 pick. So yeah, not the best look for them currently. I do like the offseason moves they made. They brought in Linderbaum once again, overpaid for him. You know how much Linderbaum is making a year?
Like 30-something million.
Yeah, 27.2. Do you know what second place is making? Creed Humphrey, I think
15.
It's center in the NFL. He's making 18.
He's making wide receiver money at center.
Yeah. And he's the second, I would say he's the second best center in the NFL. But $30 million a year? That's crazy.
Yeah, ridiculous. I'm gonna say this.
But yeah, Trey Hendricks, huh?
Do you know what? Who could potentially trade for him? Don't count out Cincinnati. Like, you don't count them out because they just lost Trey.
Yeah, but they let him walk though. Cincinnati ain't finna spend no money, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And speaking of Cincinnati, Trey Hendricks signed with the Baltimore Ravens. If you look at the numbers, Max Crosby and Trey Hendricks' numbers are very similar. Recently is when Trey's had better numbers, but career-wise, numbers are very similar. I think Max Crosby is better. He's also the younger player between the two. So I personally would have preferred Max Crosby, but at the same time, Max was more expensive. So I totally get the pivot. It's a bad business, yes, but from a business standpoint, I understand it. So don't agree with it, but I understand it. Rashad White.
I'll say this. If I was Max Crosby, I would feel some type of way. I would be motivated because the team basically told you you're not worth that. We'll go cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He said he's motivated too.
So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what they do. I mean, I guess Jay Joint will talk about the sorry Saints signed Travis Etienne. He had a great season last year, but the New Orleans Saints are a terrible organization. So it's not going to make a difference. He's going to be awful next year, and then they're going to blame him. It's like, no, it's y'all. It's not him. It's y'all.
What are you doing with Kamara?
Walking, getting his walking papers. The dude, 47, bro, with 2 bad knees, Nike bad ankle. You get that dude a walker and his walking papers. Get him out of there. He's done.
Man, that's crazy.
Rachaad White signed with the Washington Commanders. I actually like this for him. They got Bill Crosby Merritt or Jacory. Is it Jacoby or Jacory?
I don't know how to say dude's name is.
Yeah, it's
I
one of the.
know it's
He
a
goes
rookie.
by Bill. Yeah, he goes by Bill. Bill Crosby Merritt. He was there. He tried to. He tried to be their bell cow back, but it didn't really go as well as I think he would have liked. And it's not that I think he's a bad player. He's still really young. He just said that was his rookie year. Letting Davis walk. You have no money. You can't sign nobody.
They are the most dead cap in the NFL.
Man, listen, I still think I had to take a year. I said the New Orleans operating like the league is about to fold in 2 years. Just keep putting it on the card. We don't got to pay this bill. It ain't gonna come due. Yes, you do. But but no, he's not a bell cow back, and I think Rachaad White is somebody said something to me and I understood it. They were talking about DJ Moore. They said DJ Moore is a low end receiver one. He is a legit receiver one. He can be your best receiver on a winning team. But out of all the guys we consider receiver ones, he's at the lower end of that list. And that's how I view Rachaad White. I think he's a low end RB1. I think he can do really well in there. And he's going to get opportunities to start. He wasn't happy that he had a great year. And after that great year, you went and brought in Bucky Irving. And Bucky very quickly took over that job. And I don't want to say it was outperforming because Rachaad still, when Bucky was out, he played really well. He played like Rachaad White that we knew he could play like. So I think this is good for him. Do you have any thoughts on this one?
I'll say my cousin was upset about them signing a running back, the Bucks. But
yeah, they should.
Rachaad White didn't want to go
to high school.
Rachaad White didn't want to be there.
No. Because they offered, if you look at, they actually offered more money because they wanted him to stay. He was like, "Nah, I'm good." Jonathan Allen signs with the Bengals. Is this juicy money or is it juicy?
It's like they're signing washed up dudes. We haven't heard about Jonathan Allen being dominant in years, bro.
Correct.
Oh, and then we got to talk about this since we talked about the Bucks. How'd you feel about Mike Evans leaving the Bucks and signing with the 49ers?
Mike Evans left the Bay to go to the Bay. I mean, it was time, bro. You took a receiver in the first round. That receiver popped immediately. Mike Evans had his worst year of his career. I think it was time. Now, obviously, as a sports lover and I would have loved to see him stay a Buck forever.
Me too.
I would have loved to see him only down Tampa. This is coming from a guy who's a Panthers fan. I would have loved to see Mike Evans wear that Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey for the rest of his career. And unfortunately, it won't be like that. But that's unfortunate. It's part of the game. Tom Brady. If you would have told me in high school Brady's going to wear a Buccaneer jersey, I'd have laughed in your face. The thought of that is insane. Tom Brady in a Buccaneers jersey, one of the worst franchises as far as winning history? No way. And it happened. So, I mean, good for him. He's going to have an opportunity to be a number one. I don't think, obviously, he's at the peak of his powers anymore. And then you have people who believe that the whole power plant issue with is the reason people are having injuries there. So you take Mike Evans, who has 2 bad hamstrings and a bad collarbone coming off a rough season, going to the place where people believe that they're getting injured because of a power plant, which I think is BS, by the way. We'll talk about that maybe during the offseason. But a lot of people believe that's why the injury is happening. So if you're superstitious, this is a bad place for him to go. But I think it helps them. I think he'll be a good veteran presence for the younger receivers as well. And with Ayuk going, I think you need that positive energy because I can see Ayuk bringing it down. Whenever he was in the facilities, I can see him just like, damn, bro. Like, so I think that's good for them.
Ayuk
How do
is
you feel
going.
about it?
He's going. You had to sign another receiver, but I don't think Mike Evans is, at a peak of his powers, like you said. Like
No.
I wanted him to retire as a Buck. I think at the 49ers, there was other receivers you could have went out and signed, to be honest with you, because they signed him for about 20 million a season.
Yeah,
It didn't
I
make any
agree.
sense
I
to
mean,
me.
and that was another reason why a lot of people believe he left. He was coming, supposedly he was willing to stay in Tampa, but when he saw how much money Alec Pierce got, Mike Evans felt like, ain't no way I can't do what he did last year. So they offered him a bag. Tampa obviously wasn't going to match it, so he bounced.
I would have cut Chris Godwin and got the money to sign Mike Evans.
And that's what I thought was going to happen. I saw Chris Godwin getting cut or moved because he's been dealing with way more injuries in his career. And he only
Yes.
had really 1 or 2 good seasons. And it's not to say Chris Godwin's bad, but as far as production, Mike's clearly the most productive guy. He's a franchise legend,
Yes.
but
Abuka
Godwin is yeah,
Abuka is closer to a Chris Godwin than he is to a Mike Evans. Because Mike Evans,
correct.
that size, and that's, even though he didn't run the fastest 40, the size and the speed, you can't really find everywhere. You can find
Yeah.
another Chris Godwin because Chris Godwin hasn't looked the same since he hurt himself. That's what I would have did. I'd have told Chris Godwin, hey, bro, you got to go. We signed a Mike, though.
Yeah, I agree. Isaiah Likely signed with the Giants. They were very upset with Theo Johnson's performance last year. He dropped a lot of key balls to them. I think he led the tight ends in drop passes last season. So Harbaugh comes in. He acknowledges the problem. He feels with the guy he trusts. Likely is expected to be the number one. How do you think he'll do as his first year? I think it's still going to be a timeshare like it was in Baltimore. But I also believe that he signed there with Gruden. I mean, not Gruden. I'm why I say Gruden. With Harbaugh on the impression that, hey, we didn't get the number one spot when we was in Baltimore together. And Harbaugh had to tell him, like, hey, you will be our number one. You will get number one snaps. So as a guy who hasn't even had over 500 yards in his career, he's still young. I think he has a lot of potential. Moves a receiver. So I think this will be good for him. He gets the opportunity to prove that he is that guy. Now, I am concerned what you're going to do with Theo Johnson because I thought Theo was good. Even though he had some drops, I thought he was a really good tight end for them. So do you move off him? Do you keep him as a backup because then you get disgruntled? What do you think likely going to the Giants?
Well, let's just call it what it is. John Harbaugh been stealing players from the Ravens, and he stole a fullback too. Cause he's a real disrespectful dude. Okay, stole a fullback too. Like, hey, come here, and now they got the fullback.
Supposedly, he helped them re-sign Mark Andrews to an extension. He helped them orchestrate that, and once that happened, likely walked, and then he's like, "Hey, come on over here." So there could have been some backdooring on.
Yeah,
all speculation, of course.
I'm gonna say this: likely, he has those bursts, but it's never been consistent. Correct. So you got to keep Theo because I don't know if likely gonna be to continue. Like you combine them together, and you got number one tight end.
I mean, yeah,
that's what they're doing.
So
they're running two tight ends.
That's what he wants. He's going to have the opportunity.
He's the number one, but he's number one in name, not by stats.
Correct. So he has to put up the stats next year. Yeah. Like I said, for a tight end, he's never had over 500 yards. That's the landmark of a good tight end. Anything over that, you're a great tight end. So we'll see. We'll see what he do next year. Getting towards the end of our list, prominent names. Jalen Phillips signs a massive deal with Carolina. I like Jalen Phillips, especially. I was really high on him the year he tore his Achilles with Miami. He was having a sensational season. If he would have continued on that pace he was going, he could have put himself in the DPOY conversation. Maybe won it, but could have been in the conversation. He was playing out of his mind that year. And then unfortunately he had the injury. He's bounced around for Philly, and now we gave him this contract. I think we overpaid. I think we overpaid for him, especially a guy who dealt with multiple injuries. He even got hurt in Philly. Now, granted, he played really well in Philly. I said the stats when he got there and stuff like that. He played exceptional in Philly, but I think I would have rather had Crosby. I think I would have rather had
sacks he had, Jay?
How many?
He had about 5 sacks for the season. Y'all paid him $20 million.
Yeah. I do like the addition of Devin Lloyd. I think he's one of the most cerebral linebackers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He sees things before it happened, and you love to have a linebacker like that. I honestly don't understand how he's let him walk, and he's bounced around quite a bit. He's played for quite a few different teams. I don't think a guy like that should have played for as many teams as he had, but I think he's really good. I think he has, a lot of elite traits that will help our defense. We need that anchor, that captaincy, which we haven't really had since we lost Shaq Thompson. So I think having a guy like that will really help, and we need the defense. All right, we need the front seven. Our front seven was terrible. So
the Dolphins signed Malik Willis. What did you think about that? Well, the Jalen Phillips, to answer yours, I think he's overpaid. The dude was close to retiring from football because of concussions, and now he has all types of injuries.
Man, he was in college, bro.
Yeah. and how about this?
That over his head?
Hey, Jay, how about this?
He actually technically did retire. He retired, then he transferred to Miami and came out of retirement. He did actually retire, though.
Yeah, so and then we got a guy who's had double-digit sacks one season and getting paid like a premier pass rusher. Well, he getting $30 million, right?
Who?
Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
Slap the GM. That's what you need to do.
Dan Morgan I don't know what he was thinking with that one. Like I said, Phillips is a good player, but to play that means you're expecting him to have double-digit sacks. Like I said, I don't love it, but
slap the GM right on the hand.
Some news
You slap right on the hand like kid, bro. Hey, you ain't never getting no more GM jobs again. This fall through.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 4 years, 120 million, averaging 30 million annually. Yeah. Bad contract. But hey, hopefully he lives up to it. Most guys, when they get that big deal, they don't. So hopefully he does for the sake of my team. But yeah, Miami Dolphins signed Malik Willis. I think we kind of saw the writing on the wall. When they brought in a bunch of people from their staff from Green Bay with them, we knew that was the destination and put a pin in it when they released Tua. I was still holding on to the idea, even though when we said how I would do as a GM, I said, and that's the other one we called, I said I would hit. Now, the difference is they split his cap hit up, the money they got to pay him. We taking that all in the head this year. We trying to be uncompetitive as possible so we can go get the Prince that was promised next year with the number 1 pick in the draft. So, but Miami Dolphins
technically
said,
still can. If Malik is bad, this quarterback draft is so deep that you can still get a quarterback. But a lot of Dolphins fans are concerned that I think he's going to be good, but they're concerned that he might be the same category as everybody else, good enough not to be good enough. And so now you're stuck in the middle of, there's a quarterback on the board. Nah, we paid Malik. Let's just play. Let's try one more year.
I mean, if he's good enough not to be good enough, if you put the right pieces around him, he can win. You don't need a superstar quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And if you have a superstar quarterback and your defense is bad, you're not going to win. We saw that with Cincinnati.
Hey, if you have a non-superstar quarterback, you need a superstar defense, and look at how that defense is looking. That defense ain't close.
Even with a superstar quarterback, you need some type of defense.
Yeah.
The Bengals is perfect. They have skeleton guys out there for their defense.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So you need a combination of both. And he's not on a big contract, so if it came to it, you could move on. You could still draft a rookie.
His second year. You cut him his second year. I think that's another $30 million hit.
No, I wasn't saying you got to cut him.
Money you still paying him?
I wasn't saying you got to cut him. I was saying that you could have him be the mentor for the next quarterback and then cut him in year 3.
He'll be a backup. I don't know. If he's bad enough to where Miami gets the #1 pick, then I mean, yeah, you got to think about that. But I think they should full on tank, took the hit this whole year, because then it's like, why is Miami not competitive? We don't got no money. What you want us to do? We got no money. We got no money. You know what I'm saying? So just take that hit, bro, and then move on. But yeah, that's what
Jay, you're taking a quarterback with the first pick. I'm taking a wide receiver.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Got nobody to throw it to him, but you got a Ferrari with no keys. That's nice.
Hey, Jay. I get the keys the next draft.
Man, so I got a Ferrari with no wheels. Like what? Yeah, it's out there on bricks. It's pretty though. We don't got no wheels. We're gonna get the wheels next year, but we don't got no wheels yet. And the last name that Money didn't want to mention is Tutu Atwell, signed with Miami. I like Tutu Atwell. I think he's a really good slot receiver. He was really good with the Rams his rookie year. I'm not his rookie year. Puka's rookie year. And then he started dealing with injuries. And once he started dealing with those injuries, he fell out of favor in the rotation. And I think this would be a good guy for them. I don't know what's with Miami and these small receivers, but I do like him as a player. So you ready for this NBA buzz?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
All right, our next topic, NBA buzz. What's buzzing around the NBA?
I got you right here.
Money, take the lead on our first NBA topic.
NBA buzz. How about that boy Buzz Lightyear? Bam, smash him up. Bam. You know that dude doing what he need to do, boy. That dude, the truth. The dude, Bam, scored 83 points. His stat line was 83 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. While they beat the Washington Wizards 150-129. We're going to talk about everything from the field goal attempts to the 3-point attempts to the free throws. That dude, Bam, did it all. He took 43 shots. Shot 20 of 43. The dude took 22 threes. He out there pulling that thing with no care in the world. 7 of 22 and free throws. This man took 43 free throws. Shot 36 of 43. Put on a clinic. That boy's a bowler. Don't worry about the bowler.
Comparison to Kobe, a lot of people was talking about it. Kobe shot 28 of 46, 7 of 13 from 3, 18 of 20 from the free throw, and had 55 in the second half. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Kobe's 81. If you watch it, it was needed. They were trailing that game, and Kobe went Black Mamba and put the team on his back and got his team back in another game. Bam's, at first, he started off hot. He had 30 in the first quarter, finished with 40 at half. So it's like, okay, maybe. And I think, obviously, no player should come out with like, hey, I'm going for the Wilt record. But I think if you come out and you that hot and you finish the first half with 40, 50 points, you need to come that second half. You need to talk to coach at halftime like, Coach, I'm going for it. Get your team. Because as a former athlete, if my teammate's hot like that, I want to see him do it. I want to see you break the record. Go for it. So I think he should have went for it, and they did.
Hey, Jay, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong when you say you don't go for Wilt numbers. Bro, you go for doggone Wilt. I want you to get 103. Go ahead and get that 103, bro.
I'm saying don't come into a game during warm-up saying, I think I'm going to try to put up 50 shots and get 107. Like, no, bro. Try to win the game. But during the course of the game, if you just got it going like that, then yes, go for it. And I think they left him in long enough to get 83. Leave him the last. It was a minute and 30 left. I think leaving at 40. Yeah. Maybe he could have got 87. Maybe he could have got 90. I don't think you should have took him out. That usually what happens.
42 minutes. He played 42 minutes, bro. He played.
He should have played 48 minutes. He should have played for. Go for it, bro. Go for it. When is he gonna ever get an opportunity like that? You think Bam, who's not a scorer, is gonna have 30 points in the quarter again anytime soon?
No. You know what's crazy, Jay? Out of everybody in the NBA, he's if they put it on a card, right? That who would be the first player to break Kobe record at 80? He would be the last person everybody would have picked, probably.
Correct.
Out of all
Because what was his
superstars.
career high before this game? Wasn't it like 27 or something like that?
Yeah, something 25 or something like that. It wasn't crazy.
And Bam's not, and we don't say this to say Bam's not a good player, but yeah, a lot of people try to say, oh, he shot a ton of free throws. That's on officiating. You can't be mad at that. And then you watch the game, he was getting fouled.
And you have to make him, Jay. You have to make
him, correct.
Because think about what Shaq would average. What was Shaq average
for a center? He shot 36 or 43. I thought that was exceptional for a center.
I'm gonna put on his free throw package. Maybe I'll make more.
He did start chucking threes towards the end. Like it got, like I will say, it was good. And before it got to the point, like you could tell he was going for it. And it's like, it's bittersweet, man. You don't want to see nobody in that situation where they're pressing that hard. It is clip start because everyone was mad at Bam. Everyone's mad. Like, I'm okay with it. I didn't like how people were trying to put Bam down like he was wrong for going for it. He should have gone for it. Did it look like the prettiest basketball? No. Is it bad? But some people try to say it's the Wizards. It doesn't matter. They are a professional NBA organization. They get paid millions of dollars, just like the Miami Heat players get paid millions of dollars. So take it up with them and take it up with the ref.
Let me ask you this, Jay. If you're guarding a dude and he got 40 by halftime, what are you doing?
We need to talk. We need to switch. We need to start doubling. We need to get the ball out of his hand. Because clearly
I'm faking an injury, bro. I'm faking an injury. Oh, coach, I got a hamstring. I'll be dang for that dude to get in 80 on me. Hey, Flip, why you got 80? Well, I was on the bench with a hamstring injury.
I was on the bench with a hamstring. That's wild. So yeah, I shout out to Bam, man. Hell of a game. Obviously his free throws is the most ever. His points second most ever. I mean, 20 and 43 isn't bad either. Obviously, it's not as efficient as Kobe. He was what, 20 to 43, I think I said?
Yeah.
It was 20 to 46. Yeah. So, I mean, he shot less shots than Kobe, but Kobe made more shots. So, but I mean, hell of a game, man. Shout out to Bam.
Yeah, 43.
I would always thought Curry would go for it before him, but yeah.
KD, we asked KD, James Harden, all these prolific scorers we didn't have that didn't get it.
Yeah. I always thought they would go for it first, correct.
Even LeBron, I thought LeBron, Luka, like we talk about all these scores, Damian
especially Luka. I definitely thought Luka would go for it one of these days, but so far nobody really goes for it. Another thing too is the coach always pulls the player. Once they're up, especially with teams like up, they'll pull you like, all right, we got it. Come sit down. It's like, all right, dude. In other basketball news, SGA broke Wilt Chamberlain's record of scoring 20 points or more in 127 games. That record was 63 years old. What did you think about this one?
I'm gonna just be real. All these stories we hear about Wilt, we ain't got footage of it, bro. We ain't got no footage of it. For one, and for two, we have to say this. If Wilt was putting out the numbers, because I think he could have, if he's putting out the numbers we're talking about, he did that without a 3-point line. Imagine what he would do if he actually could shoot a three. Like the numbers he would have put up, bro.
I mean, imagine if MJ learned how to shoot. He might have been the greatest ever. I mean, Wilt's the only person to average 40, so we can do shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But I mean, I think that's incredible.
Saying. Yeah, I think SGA is credible too because he's doing it as a guard.
Yeah. And every night they're expecting you to go out there and put the ball in.
Yes.
So
you're the best player on the team. Yeah. So you're getting the best defender. So he's great. He's a great. And think about this: the Clippers had him, which has to be bittersweet to him.
I mean, shoot, man, it was so hard to tell because he was so young and raw at that time. Like you don't see anything special about him. Yeah. I really think him teaming up with Chris Paul helped him explode. In my honest opinion, I think learning from Chris Paul that year really was like, okay, I can do this. I think that really helped jumpstart him. because that following year with Iris, he played really good. Then he played really, really good. Then he played great. And obviously, fast forward to what we see now.
Like how they say the coaching trees. Chris Paul got the mentorship program.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
I mean, look at it, man. Look at some of these point guards that was under him. They've all sprouted.
Because he played with
Castle was under
James.
him, sprouted.
Yeah.
Huh?
James Harden.
James Harden was another one.
SGA.
So yeah, all these guards. Yeah. Another team has been added to the investigation list for tanking. Oh man, I mean, I think I'm gonna dive more into this in the offseason, but
name the
people
team,
that don't
Jay.
know,
Name the team first.
I obviously already was the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz is being investigated, and now the Washington Wizards are being investigated. I mean, the current odds of landing a top 4 pick are high, and this year's draft especially is pretty deep in my opinion, with multiple potential stars. And most drafts have one, and some even have none. So I get the appeal, but it's still no guarantee.
Yes.
Worst case, you get a 5th pick in the lottery. If you have the top 4 odds, at worst you get the 5th pick. Now, NFL, the 5th pick is great, but this ain't the NFL. And teams do jump quite often. And there have been a few situations in drafts where a team leapfrog, or it's no teams leapfrog, and the most recent one was 2020 where no teams leapfrog. It's still possible. First, second, and third worst teams have a 52% chance to get the number 1 pick, 14% chance each. And so, man, it's I don't think it depends, man. I guess it's worth it if you have a low draft class like this. Like, you got to get one of these kids, but it's such bad basketball, and it's not even guaranteed. You do this tanking as the coach, it's not even guaranteed you're gonna be coaching that team next year. How do you feel about all the tanking going on?
I'm gonna say
Point
this.
we're investigating multiple teams.
I'm gonna just say this first. If I'm a GM of the team and we're tanking and I don't get that number 1 pick and I had the highest odds, you're gonna see a computer getting smashed, smashed right there, smashed right against the wall, bro. And the Utah
I think
Jazz,
that alone makes it not worth it, man.
Could you imagine,
If
Jay?
you tank with the hopes of getting the number 1 pick and you end up with the 5th pick, it's not bad. And if it's a deep class, it works out. But man, if it's not a deep class and you got 5th and the bona fide guys go 1, 2, and 3,
I'm telling you, Jay, you're gonna see a computer getting smashed across the wall. Like,
bro.
Because the NFL isn't like the NBA. The NFL, the worst team gets the best, the number 1 pick, the best player in the draft. Considered like in quotation. But in the NBA, it's like, hey, you can be the worst team and still not get them. And to understand, like, I'm gonna say this with the Wizards, Anthony Davis, the dude been always injured. Trae Young, like, they really have nothing to play for. They're not going to make the playoffs. They were so bad before everything. And then, the Utah Jazz, why are they getting investigated? Like, they have a young team.
Well, you know why they were getting investigated. They are benching their stars. They benched what's his name? Triple J. He didn't play the 4th quarter. They just pulled him for no reason. He wasn't, and they just pulled him. Another one, they had a healthy scratch for what's the big man name? I can't think of his name. But yeah, they'll just bench him. They weren't playing their best players. And then when the coaches asked about it, he acted like he didn't know what was going on. So yeah, so they definitely were getting investigated. We almost saw that coming. But I don't think it's worth it, man. I get the odds, but sheesh, man. We'll talk more about the tanking. Is really worth it. We'll deep dive into it, but we got to talk about the Orlando Magic. Orlando has been hot lately. You hear me? Yeah. Last 10 games, we 8-2, money. Did you know that? You didn't know that.
Hey,
you're somewhere with the
hey, we 1 game behind you. All right, don't slip out now. We won seed behind you. Don't slip up.
Yeah, and we play tonight.
Oh, we
So
do?
what you talking?
I'm watching the
Yeah, we
game. We're
do.
gonna see. We won 7
Yeah,
in a
so
row, buddy.
you right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Hey,
We're
hey,
currently on a 6-game win streak. Are y'all?
we're on a 7.
You're on a 7-game win streak?
Yeah.
83-point Bam ain't walking through that door.
Yeah, he is. Hey,
so I'm not worried about that.
Hey, past 2 games, he's averaged 52 points.
It's like you hitting 3 threes in a row. It's a so I'm not worried about him doing that again. During this win streak, we beat teams like the Wolves and the Cavs, 2 top teams, and we're now sitting at a pretty 36-28, pushing toward the top half of the Eastern Conference playoffs.
We
in
beat
5th place. Outside we beat the Pistons.
Yeah, we see
outside.
We playing.
Hey, outside of the plan. Y'all probably gonna be in the plan, but we not gonna be in the plan.
Nah, we're gonna see.
Those weren't flukes, man. They're control games with defense. Paolo Banchero is becoming the superstar that we all saw he is. He's starting like a centerpiece. This year he's averaging 23, 8.5, but you know how we do it here. 9 and 5 assists. Next year he's gonna be in the MVP conversation. I'm just gonna put it out there. He's doing everything on the offense for Orlando. He's been aggressive and the offense has been opening up, and we look great. Still without Franz, by the way. Since Jalen Suggs, he's been a huge lift to the recent run. And game in the OT, he had 28 and hit a clutch 3 late in overtime to seal the game. Suggs gives Orlando something they lacked earlier, which is perimeter defense, that toughness, and late game shot making. He's basically our emotional engine. Our defense has picked up too. Our calling card has essentially picked up. The late game surge, our winning is defense first. Currently, we have jumped in the top 10 for defensive rating in the league. And you look at guys like Jonathan Isaac, Jalen Suggs, and Wendell Carter Jr., all long, rangy defenders. And they're making plays, and they can switch. I think that's what our defense is so good. We have guys who are long, can switch. Wendell Carter can switch onto a 3. Jalen Suggs can switch onto a 3. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Isaac can guard 1 through 5 before his injury. He hasn't really. Yeah. He's still a good defender, but he's not what he was. Our depth is starting to show. Desmond Bane, even Tristan Da Silva. You probably never even heard of him. Had 28 the other night. Wendell Carter Jr., another guy, had he's like 3 double-doubles in a row, 4 double-doubles in a row, 4 games.
Hey, yeah, that's ain't that we're gonna be like we're gonna be calling them Angel Reese's husband. You know, that's what if they get married. That's what we're gonna call them. Like we call Jonathan Owens, you know, Simone Biles' husband. That's what.
Are they really dating? Who Angel Reese is dating?
I think, I think so.
Oh, I don't really care about celebrity relationships. I had no idea.
I just know he on the Magic, bro. I think it's Wendell Carter Jr.
How do you know that?
Because she was at Magic games,
she is
bro.
dating Wendell Carter Jr. Yeah, she's dating him. I mean, I didn't give a damn about that information. I'll be honest, I don't care about that. That doesn't change my life. But hey, if it makes me keep playing like this, then cool. I'm all for it. You want to talk about your sorry Miami Heat?
We are the 6th seed, and guess what the Bucks said after we spanked them? They said, "Hey, we ain't the Wizards. At least we ain't get 83 dropped on us." You know what we said? We said it don't matter. A win is a win.
How many points did Bam have?
I told you he's averaging 52 in the past 2 games.
How much did he have last game?
20.
Oh, 20. So he came back to earth. Okay. If you just said 30, I'm like, oh, so we might got to, you know what I'm saying? But
20, he had 20 something.
Yeah, so I'm not worried. It's gonna be another easy win. We're gonna keep climbing up that rack.
You gonna bet on it?
For us to kiss the Cavs, huh?
You wanna bet?
What you want to bet? You want to put a lunch, bro?
No, the loser gotta wear the winner. Like you gotta wear something that's Miami Heat thing. Next episode.
I don't have nothing Miami Heat in my house.
You got red and black.
Why would I have anything disgusting?
What's on red and black, bro?
Wear some red and black. I'll see what I can do.
And if the Magic win,
Orlando, I know your brother got a Magic jersey. Go and get you a McGrady jersey, bro. Actually, no, that's throwback. Let's get modern. Go get a Palo jersey. Go get a Palo jersey. Put that 5 on your chest, bro.
I got an old. Hey, they got an Oladipo.
Oh hell, no. You know he's still in the G League, bro. He's still trying to revive his NBA career. Them knee injuries ruined it, bro.
Are you serious? No
Yeah,
way.
shout out to him though. Still hooping.
Well,
They
I'm
showed the
gonna
picture
say
of
this.
Jabari Parker. His knee looks terrible. Have you seen
Yeah,
that one?
yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't even look at it. How about this? So I'm gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the seeding. I'll do the East. You do the West. The seeding. The Pistons is number one. The Celtics, surprise, surprise, is number two. I think they might get number one, bro. I'm gonna just be real. The Knicks
Who?
are number three. The Celtics, because you got Tatum back. If he get anywhere, he puts up anything, decent. They're a better team. They don't need him to be old Tatum right now. The Knicks
Right.
are number three. The Cavs are number four. The Magic is number five. The Heat is number six. The Raptors is number seven. And surprise, surprise, the Hawks is number eight. You got the West, or you want
Over
to
on
talk
the
about the West too?
Yeah, I got the West. Over on the West, you have OKC in first place. They're 52 and 15. The Spurs are in second. The Lakers are in third, which a lot of people count the Lakers out. I don't think they're a championship team, but if they get lucky, get some quality matchups in the playoffs, like I think they can beat the Rockets. I think they can beat the Timberwolves. But you got to do it. So if they get some favorable matches, I can see them playing in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Houston's in fourth. Denver's in five. The Timberwolves are in six. The Suns are in seven. The Clippers are eighth. And the Warriors are currently a game behind them. So,
Wow.
yeah. So, as it stands right now, the Warriors are in the play-in. So,
Anything possible with a play-in, to be honest with you.
yeah, anything's possible to play in, but the Warriors aren't contenders. Those days are over, sad.
Yeah, Steph ain't the same.
I just wish Steph and LeBron would just go to Orlando, play one more year together in Orlando, Just go to a neutral site, somewhere neither one of you ever played before. Just play.
Yeah. That'll be
Take
cool.
a vet minimum. Yeah, take a vet minimum. Go play Clay too, Come off the bench.
Jay, let's just call it what it is. LeBron ego is too big to let him take the vet minimum.
Another thing too is he'll get crushed for it.
Yeah.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. He takes a vet minimum. Oh, he's chasing a championship. If he gets a max contract, look at this guy. He doesn't care about championship. If he wants a championship, he'll take less money.
Well, if he went to Orlando, which a lot of people don't consider a contender, and he brings them up, I think that'll do more for his career than a lot of things. Because they'd be like, hold on, he went to a young team in Orlando who doesn't have any NBA championships and brought them one too, also with Cleveland.
Yeah.
They'll do a lot for his legacy. But I don't see it happening.
Nah, I mean, hey, wishful thinking, bro. That's all it is. You don't got to add that little negativity at the end, bro.
I'm just being real, bro.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I wish
all
Steph
I
would come to
got, man.
Miami. I wish Steph come to Miami, but it won't. But yeah, I'm good too, man. I think this was a fun one.
Yeah, I was a good one for sure. If you made this far in the video, please like, please share, please subscribe. We do these weekly every Friday, 5:30. We go live and we talk about these topics. Unless something breaking happens, like something crazy happens, then we'll hop on here and talk about it. We got some things planned for y'all. We're trying to keep it special, keep it rolling. We're at 90 right now. We want to hit 100 sooner than later. So if you're new here, subscribe. If you got a cousin who would like this content, send to your cousin, tell them to subscribe. If you got a shorty, and your shorty be supporting you, have her support you by supporting us and have her subscribe. It means a lot. It goes a long way. The likes go a long way. Me and Money greatly appreciate it. Any topic you want to hear us talk about, leave a comment. Anything you guys want to see, leave a comment. We got it. That's all we got for this one. I'm Jason HD, aka Two-Way with Jason.
It's your boy F Money and Money for short.
Till the next one, y'all. Peace.
Take it easy. Take it easy, y'all. That was